I'll speak on demand number 31, which is the Panchayat. Honorable Speaker, the formula of grant to the Panchayat should be transparent because Panchayat, there are certain Panchayats which receive more money and some Panchayats which receive less money. So then Panchayatiche development korpak problem jata. Question is there. Magi magne karo jay. You have to go like a beggar to the director of Panchayat. Poishe inat ani financial year kaba jata na poishe release kortat. Kai use karo jay na. So there should be a timetable and the formula te sangun ani lay down karo jay. What is your entitlement? What everything comes. Second, amche rate revise konnat. The old rate apurmane grant allocation kortat te. For example, आता bush cutting. ओल्ड रेट 5 वर्साचे रेट आसा थिंगा आयज ते रेट गायल्या ते एक वाड एक रस्तो पासून बुश आहा ते कट करूंक जायना कित्याक 600 रुपया फारीक केल्यार दिसाक मनशाक कट करपाक ते पावना थिंगा देन क्लासिफिकेशन दिस इज समथिंग वेरी इंपॉर्टंट क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ द पंचायत्स इज इन सेक्शन 7 ऑफ द पंचायत एक्ट पंचायत ए बी सी डी क्लास पंचायत आसात ए क्लास इज 11 पंच मेंबर्स मागीर बी क्लास 9 मेंबर्स C class 7 and D class 5. हे 4 गिन्साचे क्लासिफिकेशन आहा जाल्यार कित्या इलेक्शना रिऑर्गनायझेशन ऑफ द वॉर्ड्स करतात तुमचे नंबर वाडले जाल्यार तुमचे पंचायत मेंबर वाडटले आनी मागीर पंचायत वाडली जाल्यार मागीर तुका रायट आहा रिअलायनमेंट करपाक इलेक्शना परत तुमी रिऑर्गनायझेशन केलें जाल्यार गरजे भायर तुम्ही फकत सेटिंग करतात एक इंग उडोवपा दुसरे वाड्यान उडोवपा आनी मागीर रिजर्वेशन करता अशें लास्ट मिनट रिजर्वेशन करतात कसलें रिजर्वेशन ना म्हणटा बायले रिजर्वेशन ओबीसी रिजर्वेशन खंयचे लास्ट मिनट कित्याक करतात देर इज इन कर्नाटका इन महाराष्ट्रा रुल्स आसात एक पाटी द डिविजन ऑफ द वॉर्ड्स कंप्लीट जाले ते नोटिफाय करतात दॅट दीस इयर हाव वील बी द रिजर्वेशन रोटेशन चलतलें next election, what is the rotation? Then there is no confusion, no problem. It doesn't inconvenience anyone. कोण तयारी कोत जाल्या इलेक्शनाक last minute suddenly to reserve जालो. This is machination. This is not a democratic way of doing things. So I request the Honourable Minister to kindly look into this. If it was done in the past, let us not continue it in the future. So this is the first thing about Panchayat. Second, I want to speak on transport, which is demand number 13. Goa miles are Goya. It is not by you, but when Goa miles was brought, I would charge the government that there was undue favoritism to Frota miles agreement, because in that, to me a clause gaillo thinga. And ito clause tum loka dakoil na. Last checkpoint gaila inga agreement that for 18 months they will not pay anything. Tuk reason aha jalyar te 18 months kai fari korpachi ni jalya. Soglank sangpache poile at the time of tender. Last minute you select him as the tenderer and then tuk take a benefit dita. This is a clear corrupt act. This is undue favoritism. And why I say this is because in Frota Miles, one of the directors of Frota Miles was a son of the leader of a BJP MLA, ex-MLA. So this was being cooked up to give this tender to him on a platter. So I think that the government should immediately recover this money, if necessary from the officers who have made this change. To me, board and person GTTC board and Gail, that is not right. So I feel that you have to recover this loss of revenue from the government. There are a lot of complaints about this Goa miles, and I will tell you complaints kesle yeतात. Booking kotat tenna, tu sangle जाल्यार हांव सांखळी वयत जाल्यार ते टॅक्सी म्हटलो येना म्हण. If you say I want to go to Valpoi, you has no return trip तो म्हटलो येना म्हण. तू बुकिंग केलें जाल्यार तू फोन मारलो कॅन्सल करतो बुकिंग. प्रॉब्लम कितें जाता? तुका गाडी ना, टॅक्सी ना, आनी लास्ट तुगे पयशे तुमी बूक कोत्री तुगे अप फ्रंट पयशे भरूंक जाय लास्ट न्ही तूं पयशे पयलीं भरता तुगे पयशे कट जातात मागीर तूं धांवता तुगे रिफंडा पासत डिलायला मुगे कलीग डिलायला सांगताली आनी आय वील एक्सप्लेन वॉट इज दीस थिंग अबावट पेट्रोल एंड डिझल स्विफ्ट डिझायर म्हूण गाडी आसा एक पेट्रोल गाडी आसा 1199 cc आणि दुसरी डिझेलाची ती हायर cc. पेट्रोलाची हांवें डिझेल बूक स्विफ्ट डिझायर बूक केल्यार म्हाका पेट्रोल आयल्यार म्हाका 29 रुपीज पर किलोमीटर ती गाडी मेळ्ळी. बट इफ आय हॅव डन अ बुकींग आनी चुकून ते डिझेल येयलें जाल्यार इट इज 43 रुपीज पर किलोमीटर. So think of it, one family books 2 cars, one car will pay at 29 rupees and my other car will pay at 43 rupees. What does the tourist think? आमी सगळे चोत्तात म्हणून. So I'm not trying to defend Goa Miles, but this is the manner in which your pricing has been done. Innova Krista, 7+1 seater is called a maxi cab. आणि कायदे प्रमाणे maxi cab मीटर बसोवपाक जायना. What about the one for 6+1? तेजेर मीटर आसा. So you see this kind of discrepancy which is happening with this meter. I think the Honourable Minister, if now that I brought his attention, you can look at this matter and try to have this resolved. The other issue is relating to the app-based taxis. I have myself utilized app-based taxis. I'm happy with app-based taxis, but the questions and problems which arise of app-based taxis is multiple. Poile, आमची ॲप बेस्ड टॅक्सी गोवा मायल्स पासून आसा. ते एक पाटी टॅक्सी गोज एज पर युअर ॲप, यू पे. हाव इज युअर मीटर वर्किंग? यू हॅव प्रीपेड टॅक्सीज वीच आर एट द एअरपोर्ट काउंटर. ते प्रीपेड म्हणटात. आर दोज रेट्स सर्टिफायड बाय द डिपार्टमेंट? अर्लियर दे वर, टुडे दे आर नॉट. इफ दे टेल यू फ्रॉम एअरपोर्ट टू पेंजीम बस स्टँड फिक्स रेट आसा. पणजे पावल तेन्ना तुवें सांगलें जाल्यार ड्रायव्हर मिरामार वचूंक जाय म्हूण तो मिटर चार्ज करतलो, रेट वाडयतलो. इफ यू से दॅट टू मिरामार, ऑफकोर्स यू वील बी चार्ज डायरेक्टली देर. बट नाव द क्वेश्चन इज दीस: इफ द रूल इज एवरी टॅक्सी हॅज टू यूज अ मीटर, हाव डू यू कलेक्ट अ फिक्स्ड अमाउंट देर एंड वॉट इज द मीटर डुईंग? You are going to say that other taxis are not using meter. What are these taxis doing? Then app-based taxi हाडले जाल्यार हे सरकारान इतले कोटींनी पयशे मोडले ते फॉर द पर्पज ऑफ इन्स्टॉलिंग टॅक्सी मीटर, ते बुडून गेले. सो वॉट इज गोइंग टू बी द फेट ऑफ दीज टॅक्सीज एंड द मनी वीच द गव्हर्मेंट हॅज पेड? सर्ज प्रायसींग म्हूण एक आसा. खंय सर्ज प्रायसींग टायप केल्यार हे इन्फॉर्मेशन येता इंटरनेटाचेर. Taxis, these app-based taxis are fleecing people. Sottat lokak. They are charging up to 5 times the rate. How will you control this? Because this is all what you have to sit and work out. In small cities, like even you go to London, there are zones. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, Zone 4. So you know the rate outside the zone and how it moves. In Bombay, you have got areas where the taxi will operate. In some places, एअरपोर्ट टॅक्सी म्हूण आसता, स्पेशल एअरपोर्ट टॅक्सीज. इन गोंया झोन म्हूण कांय ना. द होल स्टेट इज लायक वन सिटी फॉर देम. बट दे वील रिफ्यूज टू गो अक्रॉस इफ आय टेल देम गो टू मारगांव एंड जस्ट ड्रॉप मी. सो देरफोर नाव हाव यू गोइंग टू वर्क आउट दीस? सर्ज प्रायसींग. डिमांड आसतना. आय रिमेंबर लॉंग बॅक इन द 1990s आमी एरोप्लेन टिकट घेवपाक गेले जाल्यार लास्ट मिनट गेल्यार 16 मेळटाली, कित्याक बरोवन सोदताले. आयज लास्ट मिनट गेल्यार तूं टिकट डबल एंड ट्रिबल जाता. Surge pricing is coming also in the app for taxi. You are calling, I'm not going to, there are bad sheep in the taxi business. There are bad sheep. Even every profession there are bad sheep. Sometimes in the family also there is a bad sheep. But doesn't mean everyone is bad. You will have some rogue taxi drivers who will charge and overcharge and try to make a fast buck. But everyone won't be a rogue. Now what I want to tell here is, what is the safety which you will provide? These taxi meters have got a safety button. Button is a dummy button. There is nothing which works for a control room if anyone needs help. Anyone is getting cheated, or even a woman is being molested or attacked. Many people don't, and especially women, they complain kunnat. They will suffer in shame, but they may not come out and tell. Only very strong people come out and tell. So therefore, we need to protect people. We also need to keep this safe and moving. There is also one more thing which I was saying about this counter at the airport. Certain airports, आमचे इंडिया भितर थोडे एअरपोर्टा प्रीपेडाचे आसा कित्याक they have a fixed rate for approved fixed prepaid rate. And there is also another one for booking on a meter. Why don't you give everyone that facility at the counter? Let them choose. They have this or they have that. Rockade thing I aikla. Don't go outside. Bahar nahi jao, cheating karega. So the impression being given inside is that fellow waiting is like a shark waiting to kill you. So this is very bad, and this is not the way that one should do it. Ola and Uber are being held by the commission, that is Central Consumer Protection Authority. Think notice kalya about this surge pricing and rates. My experience with Uber, I am going in a taxi from Dadar to the airport. Suddenly the taxi tells me midway, I can't take you. So this means he's going to offload me. My money is already paid for the trip. I can't refund the money. So now what happens? Uber has no even helpline in India. Uber has not even an office in India. On the other hand, Ola is sinking down. I don't think Goa government is going to tie up with them, with GTDC, and then try to say that, oh, we are going to provide you happy service to revive some dying company. My experience and your experiences will be, amche taxi driver asat they are very, just 2 minutes more, I'll finish. Their taxi driver ahat they have a long relationship with clients. Tumi aikla astole kitle party foreigner येतात थिंगा 20 वर्सां same taxi driver वतात. They have a one-to-one relationship. तो taxi driver आसा दारात थिंगा एअरपोर्टार तेक पिकअप करपा तेगे फॅमिली करपा सगळ्या दीस भर रात भर आसता तेंचे बरोबर. Will Ola Uber do this? What will be the rate? How will it work? They will never provide you this service. They will tell you per hour and all these kind of things will happen. Here there's a relationship built, and we are destroying these kinds of local self-employment and the local business. You will say that you will provide Ola for purpose of local business. But what we are seeing is most drivers are not locals. They don't even know where to go, and they don't even know the destinations. So industry is suffering. And I ask another question. Andeka muntala, looter muntale. They are thieves, they are thugs, they are rogues. We use these words. Honorable Minister, I would request you, please surf the net. Make a mock exercise of booking a hotel. Try booking it 1 week in advance. You'll get it for 8,000 rupees. Same hotel 3 days before will be 12,000. On the day, it'll become 25,000. When they have what they call this fluctuating price, and on the day of the demand, it becomes high. This is as far as the hotels are concerned. Airlines are checking data. Airlines, as the day comes closer and on the day of the flight, the 3,000, 4,000 rupees dynamic pricing muntat teka. On the day of the flight, to get the 3,000 20,000 jata. So these are the ways that we have to know how to balance the factors and be able to help the industry. We should not do this. There's another thing which I want to finally conclude. You remember that there was share a taxi. When we used to come from Margaon to Panchayat, from Margaon taxi stand to Akshi. Akshi son magi ferry cross karun, Akshi son Ponje. Share a taxi. 500 jण bostale, oitale ami sagle. And tenna 2 rupoy. So you can think of it. How it was nice you interacted with people and all that. Now one man travels and one man pays the entire thing, the taxi is coming empty. And if at all, he takes you. So these are things I think we have to revive these old systems and keep the taxi business going. And I think the Honourable Minister will be in a position to consider these things. Obliged.
Next, just wait 1 minute. I'll turn to you, sir.